There are only 3 types of actors out there, and you're wondering, which am I? Well, stick around, and you will find out. Okay, I said there are 3 types of actors, and I meant it. So what are they, and which one are you? There's the instinctual actor, the director actor, and what I would say is the real actor. Let's talk about each one, and you will know where you fit in between the 3. So let's first start with the instinctual actor. Now, this actor is generally pretty new to acting. They have little to no training whatsoever. They've got some confidence, so they think they can do it in front of the camera, and they bring it in front of the camera. And in actuality, because they have this kind of confidence, or false sense of confidence really, then they kind of go about every role as if it was themselves in that scenario. So they are very instinctual. They're very alive in the moment, just engaged with that work. And there's chemistry with the other character, but they're playing off of them. What they lack is any type of intentionality behind a performance. They lacked the objective eye behind playing a certain character type because they're only playing themselves in that environment. How would I react to this? How would I do this? How would I feel? And they're present in the moment, yes, but again, lacking any type of purpose-driven performance. Objectively, for the sake of playing a character and making choices for story. They don't understand scene dynamic. They don't understand how story moves forward. They don't really understand basically anything but memorizing their lines and doing it instinctively in the moment. So, there are limitations, major limitations with that. However, they can kind of fake their way through some stuff because it looks alive and engaging, but limited. They're not really acting anything. They're just playing themselves in that environment. Okay, you guys got me on that one? That is the instinctual actor. Let me interrupt our regularly scheduled programming to let you guys know, our loyal followers, about something exclusive that we have created just for you. You guys can click the link and download our scene breakdown checklist. This is what we use here at the studio with all of our actors for all of their performances when they're breaking down their scenes and looking at it objectively, making choices, and finding a way to connect themselves into that work so that they can play it truthfully and live presently in the moment. That's going to be just for you guys. And there's a video explaining step by step the process of how to do it. So if you want that, go grab it. It is available right now. Click the link below. Let's get back to it. Then there is the director actor. Now, this actor may understand story structure, and they may understand how characters exist within that structure. So objectively, they can look at a scene and go, okay, I see kind of the mapping of how this scene works and what needs to happen here. But then their director mind takes over, and they start going, oh, this should look like this, and this word should sound like that, and on this moment I want it to do this, and I think I should fold my hands, and so they start to pre-plan and pre-choreograph everything, this beat, and then on this I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna have this objective here, and I'm gonna use this tactic here, and this thing, and so they structure this thing, and then it's like this obstacle course, and then when they call action, then they're trying to make their way through this spider web of stuff, but what it does is it robs them of actually being in the moment and letting happen organically what needs to happen between those two characters for this to really, truly kind of be a lived, realistic experience. So the director-actor gets in the way. I always tell actors, you can't be both a director and an actor. When you're an actor, you got to let go and you got to surrender, and you got to let this thing go wherever it wants to go in the moment. Now, that is not to say that you haven't done the work. Again, the director-actor does understand story structure. They do understand making some choices to create some structural integrity for their character and some structure for the work that they are about to do. But that is a foundation. That's the base. On top of that, they need to live presently in the moment to see what that provokes out in the moment, which then allows them to grab chemistry with their scene partner, stay connected, and have something that feels alive, living and breathing right here, right now. So the director-actor has a hard time letting go of that work and seeing where it goes. So the instinctual actor very free. Every take can be a little bit different. There's no structure to it whatsoever. There's just responding in the moment. And then the director actor has the structure, but then they're caught in that structure and can't live presently in the moment. And this brings us to the third type of actor, which I would say is the real actor, where you can actually take that instinct and take kind of the director mind of understanding that structure. Look at a scene objectively. So it's like you know what you're doing. It's like you're a storyteller, right? So you know how that works. You know how characters live within scenes. You know how your character, what their purpose is for that story. And you're looking at the scene, creating that structure, making choices for the sake of story. You're connecting with that material, connecting with that character, and then you're living presently in the moment. So you're kind of taking the best of both, letting go of the worst of both, and that is where a true actor comes to life, where you are instinctual and alive in the work, but you are also acting within a separate character that you are not. You're not making choices for you, you're making choices for them, and you're able to connect with that in a truthful way where it becomes believable. You're an actor. You're doing something that isn't naturally yours. It's not your lived experience. And so a true actor can do something outside of themselves. If you're not an angry person, but yet you can bring out rage for a character, that's true acting. That's real acting. And if you made that authentic and real and truthful, then that's true acting ability. You're playing something outside of yourself. You're able to morph into that, adapt to it, and create outside of your lived experience. This pretty much, by definition, is your job as an actor. And that's why I consider this the real actor, because they're making choices and able to live truthfully in that moment. So there are three types of actors. Which are you? If you're the instinctual actor, I would say we got some work to do as far as understanding stories so that you can play out something outside of your given life experience. You're bringing something authentic of yourself into the roles that you play. But what if you have to book a role outside of yourself, outside of your life experience? So you're going to need that structure in your work to do it. If you're the director actor, okay, you know what you're doing, but you're getting in your own way. So you got to let go of half of that and find what is spontaneous about the work and let it go where it wants to go in the moment to keep it alive and to keep it fresh. And if we're able to, again, merge all of that together, we can get to this spot of true transformation where we're taking the best of both worlds and having interesting, dramatic, emotion-filled performances in a way that is real and connected and in the moment. So I'm sure you're like, oh, okay, I think I know where I'm at right now, and hopefully can see a path to get to the point where you can find the best of both worlds within those. All right, if you guys haven't already, like and subscribe for more videos like this. We want to see you guys succeed. I want to see you guys on set doing what you love to do. I'll see you guys on the next one.